Glad to have you with us. We got Sammy 2 times, Eclipse, and Jay. I tell you, glad to have you guys back. Glad to be back. Unfortunately, we had some folk under the weather. We had to miss you guys, but we're all back together right now. We're ready to kick this thing back off and move forward. Last time we spoke, we were talking about the latest movie that's out there, the Captain America: Brave New World.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and discuss that for a little bit, and we're going to talk about it and put our points in, our 2 cents, and everything else, and go from there. So, Simi, I'm going to let you start because I know you are definitely a diehard and you love the old school and the old comic books. We get that, but we do know changes in the air. Things are coming. That's fine. You don't want to start? I'll kick it off.
Good.
Okay, he's good, folks. Glad to have him know he's good. And we're going to go ahead and start this thing off. My thing was, I was glad Betty Ross came back. Mm-hmm. I hated that they disappeared her like they did. I mean, they ghosted her so bad after, which Norton I thought was the best Hulk out of all of them so far. I thought he made his animation of the Hulk look a whole lot better like the Hulk. But he didn't pull off the scientist to me. He just, because he was too skinny, too small, he didn't have the scientist look. But I'm glad they brought Betty back, and unfortunately William Hurt wasn't there to play his part. That's why they had Harrison Ford. But I will start out and say this. They had 25 minutes worth of previews before the movie started. 25 minutes. I had sat through 25 minutes of that. When we finally got the movie started watching it, see things unfold, I was kind of like, okay, well, that's not bad. I mean, it's starting out okay. But then again, as we talked about before, for someone who may not know the story, you'll be like, oh man, this is good, this is awesome. But those who have an idea, did your homework, dug deep, you start seeing, okay, they missed this. Okay, they missed that. Why they do this? Why they do that? And the biggest question mark that I had was, why did they not call the guy the leader? He called himself the hero, and they basically focused on why he got done wrong, by the general. And he never once called himself the leader. No one called him the leader. And they kind of gave him a big head, but they gave him more of looked like he had a bad perm. He looked like he had a bad green perm. That's about the best way I can say that. He had a bad green perm.
Right.
That's what I saw start, but I don't want to just jump all in. Somebody else want to say what they thought?
Well, I thought, how the part they kept up, how they came to with the general and how they left out a lot of information on how he was testing on himself because he was jealous of Bruce and because Bruce had this awesome power. Now that could have been a Disney series because the general, they could have showed him experimenting on himself leading up to the Red Hulk. And I'm like, that would have been an interesting take on that. And then that would have filled the gap between the last Hulk movie into this movie. So I think that was a big gap in the movie scenes, in the movie world that they should have put forth because
I agree with you on that because I feel like they should have added the Red Hulk during the Civil War. It's like it was the Civil War too.
Right.
But to show like, okay, there's the Hulk is killing, who is it? And everybody's questioning who did it, but really it's General Ross doing it low key, like killing off all the mutants.
And that would have been a really good take. You're right.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome, and especially if the general would have snuck off and have his own little wars, and nobody knew about it. It's like, hey, where does Red Hulk come from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
My take is, I just thought that his sidekick, the president's, armor bearer, so to speak, if you want to use that line, how she protected him, but come to find out she came out of the Black Widow program. Yeah, but her job, she actually had a lot more power than what they gave her. Mm-hmm. They watered her down, nerfed her, whatever analogy you want to use. They really took her strengths away from her and just made her a really good bodyguard.
Right.
Yeah, she's not even a human.
Yeah.
She's a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't come from the Black Widow thing either.
No, she did not.
But I didn't think Anthony Mackie had the chops to carry this movie. The fight scene at the beginning was like really, really slow.
Yeah, they.
What they could have done was just sped up the fight scene, like.
Yeah, but then it would have probably looked like Blade on part 2, and he was fighting no boy in the church.
Yeah.
You knew it was CGI.
Yeah, CGI was really bad on that one. Yeah.
But I mean, and then when he was fighting the Red Hawk at the Cherry Blossoms, when he was trying to talk him down, you could just tell that it was just like a big CGI screen there, and it just looks so fake.
The scene that he fought, you know,
When he was destroying the White House, that was freaking awesome.
yeah, that was actually very on point the way he was, because you see the White House falling apart. If he threw something when they were shooting at him, they saw the bullets flying through the White House, the pillars were being cracked. It was like, okay, you guys really put some work in on this. It's the same thing when Mackie was, fighting out, in the guy in the truck, and he had him and he was checking. That scene looked real. And that wasn't as slow. It really was. And he was trying to figure out how to get the guy. My only thing was, why not shoot him up sooner? Why do we have to wait for him to get the superhero suit? And that was my thing. I mean, why? And you knew he was taking Captain America's place, even when he was about to go fight, and he said, "Man, Bucky full of crap. I should have took the serum." You know what I'm saying? So it looked like it was offered to him, and he turned it down. And just got like, why not take it? But then he had a sidekick already.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought that was quite odd that he picked up sidekick just like that.
To me, I feel like they're trying to give the heroes without powers the plot armor like Batman. And there's no such thing, like there's only one plot armor, and that's Batman. Batman is the only one that can fall out of space and land just fine and get up and be like, okay, that was nothing. Let me get ready to go fight. And then they keep nerfing the main villains, or the most powerful villains and characters in the Marvel and DC universe. They keep nerfing them to make it easy to beat them. And it's like, they don't always have to lose. Like, there will be a time, they should make a time where they win. I mean, the only time they won something, what was it? Black Adam, and that was trash. But then also when Thanos snapped his fingers.
Yeah.
But that's the only time the villain won, but then they make it look like this is why the villain is being evil. He's not really evil. This is why. And it's becoming a thing where they're nerfing all the powerful characters in both worlds.
Yeah, there's a dark side to the comic book that the Hollywood is not displaying. I'm like, they were all evil, The Sandman wasn't trying to save his wife. Sandman was just a psychopath. The only person that I know of that was forced into that role is this Dr. Freeze, Victor. He's the only one because he's trying. He put his wife on ice, and he's trying to find a cure. He's going about it in a villain way, but I mean, but if you want to go to a lesser extent, you can go to Dr. Otto Octavius.
Yeah, he was the other one I
He
thought about.
was trying to prove that his science, was better than Osborne's, but he never got the funding, which turned him crazy. But other than those two, all the other villains are just evil. But Hollywood is trying to make them look like, well, they're misunderstood. Or like you were saying, this is why they're doing what they're doing. And I'm like, no, like I've said it once and I'll say it again. You got the blueprint, just stick with the blueprint.
Well, Freeze, you got to look at the fact they turned him almost like a bleeding heart. Like he put his wife on ice. He told Batman every time, "Look, man, I ain't trying to do this to be hurting folk. I'm just trying to get my wife back.
Yeah.
If you get out my way, let me get what I need. I'll get her back, and I'll get out your way." But because, like we said, he's going in a battle in a negative villain way, Batman has to stop him because he's killing people in the process of getting his stuff.
Also, he robbed a few banks.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing it in a villain way. He's like, look, you're not going to help me, so I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And that's the same thing as Dr. Octavius is doing.
$100,000. I'll pay it back later, but I gotta get my wife back.
Right.
Well, that's what I said. He's a bleeding heart, so you really don't see him as a really bad guy.
No,
You know?
I do.
Well, us, yes, but the story they're pushing, they made him look like
But
he's a
even in the
bleeding heart.
comic books, that's what he was doing. He was
Yeah.
like, look, I'm only doing this. Screw everybody else.
Yeah, he's
I want
told
my
that.
wife.
And the reason why Octavia was so mad is because those claws, grabbed his spinal cord.
No, see,
and
that
he
was in the movie. It's never even how he got started.
Oh.
No, it's like he got damaged in an explosion,
Mm-hmm.
and he had already made those arms to help him out with that.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, he was just like, you know what, screw it.
Well, see, in the comic books, they had the arms wrapped around his body.
No, in the comic books, he had a suit.
And exactly. The suit wraps around his body, and he can move the arms with his mental status, with his mind.
But lead us back to the main point at hand. The Red Hawk was defeated just because he had to tell him, remember this, bring him on time with his daughter and everything else. For him to come down and be like, oh man, I'm messing up. You're right. Let me stop. I think, again, they should have had either he go pound for pound with Captain America with the super serum, or somebody else powerful to fight against the Red Hulk would have been.
Yeah,
okay.
because the
bring
more
somebody in.
angrier he gets, the
Yeah.
more radiation he puts out.
He should have burned the whole orchard down.
Exactly.
He did. He should have burned it all down.
Yeah.
Because he was pretty ticked off, so he should have burned it all down. But he didn't.
Right.
You know, and if you bring somebody else new, then who you introduce?
Right.
Yeah,
It was
and
about
I didn't like
Captain
the
America.
fact that they had a voice saying that he was the cause of the Red Hawk, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, he wasn't.
No.
The leader was just like, the leader is like from a different planet anyway.
That's true. I forgot about
Now
that.
he's going to be the go-to guy to help us get through the next wars that we're going to have to face.
I wonder if they're leading up to Mordo with the
Mordok?
Moda?
Yeah, Mordo.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're trying to lead up to that.
Probably.
There we go. Well, that's our time on Captain America. We're glad that you guys kind of listen to us. We want to know what you think. I mean, hit us up, put us out there, subscribe, like, but also put out there what you think about what we said. We want to know how you feel about it, and we will check it out. We will get back to you. Now we're going to go to the next subject that we have is going to be the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's done, first season.
Mm-hmm.
It started out pretty crazy. It did. It started out pretty crazy, and a lot of changes came up out of it. So, what do you guys think?
Well, I can't wait till the next season come out. The first season was off the chain. I was really excited. It had an old school feel to it, and but it was like real fast paced, different twists, turns to it. And I like the characters. I like the format. I love it all. I mean, I can't wait till the second season.
It actually goes into what we talked about with Doc Ock, because he was trying to get it, but he was using Spider-Man to find Dr. Octavius.
Wait, what did we say? What was it?
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
No, I said, what did we say that like ties in? Because
Well, we're saying
right
because
we were right about this. I mean,
we're talking about Green Goblin.
okay.
He was trying to stop him. He needed money, he wouldn't give it to him. And they actually tied the two together. Matter of fact, he was using Spider-Man to hunt him down.
Wow, we did say that.
Yes, we did. Look at that. We stumbled right up on something.
In your face, Disney. We knew your plans.
I didn't mean to lose you, but okay.
I'm sorry. I'm like, wait, what were we writing
No,
about?
yeah, he was in it. He was in one of the episodes. I mean, but yeah, I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I agree exactly. Yep.
I think, honestly, in my opinion, I enjoyed it because it's not the typical Spider-Man that we know. Like, we complain about, oh, they always do multiverse. This one, I'm like, okay, if you're going to do a multiverse, have a plot where it's actually pretty good. Like, they tied in Runaways. Those of you who don't know what the Runaways are, it's just typical kids realize their adopted parents or biological parents are doing some evil stuff and they're going against them. And so Nico is one of the runaways, one of the powerful runaways. I figured that whenever she kept holding on to that.
Yes, a medallion on her
that
chest.
medallion,
Yeah.
I was like, that looks like one of the runaways medallions or the little staff that Nico carries. Sure enough, she's a runaway. I was like, oh, that is awesome. I like the fact that they did Osborn into a tying in with a symbiote with him. Now, I think my prediction, since we predicted stuff, we were right for one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here we go. I think that he's going to start experimenting behind Peter's back.
Of course he
And
is.
he's going to meet this young man named Eddie Brock and let him transfer and
Oh,
use that.
man, yes.
And but that, or he might use it for himself, become the Green Goblin, the Venom Goblin. I don't know.
It depends on which way they want to go, and that's the thing. We can suspect and think and try, but if we don't know. And from what we've seen with Marvel and everything else, no matter what we think, they're gonna go their own way,
That's true.
and they're gonna go their own way. They're gonna do their own thing, and we're just kind of stuck to holding the bag and watching them do it and try to make ends meet out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know what their plans are on the second season, but if it's anything like the first season, I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be because everything was so backwards and so different in the first season. I was like, what? I kept saying, what? So if it's anything like that, yeah, it's gonna be great. I think Disney's doing a good job with it.
I'm gonna make another prediction.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm
Write
like
this
that
down.
since we were right. I think that they're gonna bring everybody back. Season 1 was just everybody introducing like who he's gonna be around mostly.
Yes.
So we have the football quarterback. What's his name again?
Oh yeah, who's gonna be Tombstone?
Tombstone.
Yeah, I
We
thought
have
I could they
Tombstone.
introduced him.
Yeah, Tombstone. We
I
have
totally
Doc Ock.
forgot about that. I was
It's
just
a quarterback.
like, when he said that, I was like, that's right, that is Tombstone.
Yeah, so we have all these characters, and we have Iron Man. I feel like he's gonna team up with Iron Man.
I was gonna say that I saw when Iron Man came down and got Octavius after he got away from everybody, Iron Man dropped down, he was like, oh man, y'all called in the cavalry. That's what he thought, man, y'all called in the cavalry, man. Y'all can't handle me.
I hope this is something that I hope for. I want them to tie Spider-Man into the Civil War because they only briefly talked about
Yes,
it.
they did.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, that would be awesome if Spider-Man revealed himself to show like he's a part and he believes in what they're producing and everything, and it goes down the wrong way with Aunt May getting hurt and he gets the symbiote to come back.
Oh, man.
Like, I want that to be something, but I know that's just wishful thinking.
True.
Yeah, I'm so done with Spider-Man.
He doesn't mean that. He's just joking.
Done with
He doesn't mean
Spider-Man.
that.
I'm like, how many more ways can you do it, man? I'm
No,
just
he's
like,
joking, ladies and
oh,
gentlemen. He
God.
Well, Spider-Man is a character everybody can relate to. We said this before. Everyone can relate because he's a young kid. He's a young kid with daily issues, parent and grandparent issues, emotional issues, bully issues, school issues. So he's someone people can relate to. So that's why he's in the forefront. And God, I mean, come on. They found Tom Holland.
You have
And-
a lot of introverts that can relate to the Silver Surfer. You don't see him on the screen.
And how many people can you have relate to the Silver Surfer? Wait a
I
minute.
said you have a lot of introverts. that
Introverts.
relate to the Silver Surfer.
Okay, introverts, you're out there that can relate to the Silver Surfer. Let us know who you are and how you relate to the Silver Surfer. I want to see this proven because much as I love the Silver Surfer, I think he's one of the. I just like his character.
But he's not an outgoing person.
But
He's not.
That's because the writers. Look, I'm a diehard Silver Surfer fan. Okay, I've been reading Silver Surfer since I can crawl. Kirby Silver Surfer, man, let me tell you, it's like the writers of this day and time hold him back so much. It's easy to write a line. Okay, Silver Surfer flies through the galaxy. Okay, he talks to Galactus. He discovered the U.S. Okay, and by right, and that's what's wrong with this cinema universe. They hold back so many characters. They pick and choose which characters they want to shine a light on, and then all of a sudden you have a major character like Silver Surfer, someone who can really, really come to the forefront and to the fans alike, especially us old cats who used to read Silver Surfer. These characters are being put on the show. Yeah, you're right. You'll write a script for him, you write a movie line for him, but yet, the first movie he fought this huge Galactus cloud. That's what it was. It wasn't Galactus. It was a cloud in outer space. And he
farts himself. He makes an image of himself.
And I just think that, man, it's jacked up the way they do that because it's like, person like me, case in point. When they did Doctor Strange, big fan, is when they did that movie, man, I was like giggling and like in the back room because I'm like, I was such a Doctor Strange
Were
fan.
you really laughing like that?
No. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, thank you. I think he was. Thank you. I think he was.
but when you read comics like the growing up reading these things, and then like I think we said in our last series, I think when we go up to the theater and see these movies, it is a big letdown in some of these movies because it's like
Maybe they should just keep them doing what they did with Spider-Man, make them all cartoon.
I've said that. I think if you make them
Good
animated, you can do so much more.
Are so much better.
Yes, they
But
are.
that's
I
why I
said
said
that too.
But
I
that's why
said
Marvel's
that.
not going to do it because DC is like trumping over them. Like
But they
they're
do
doing-
it, DC do it, Marvel does it on Disney all the time. Look at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Look at Moon
But
Girl.
it's the same. But they go on the safe route.
Look at Star Wars.
They take
Yes,
they
but if
they
you
stay
look at-
safe with
if
it
you
because
look at
it's something
DC,
they've already done.
DC has gone dark with theirs to the
Yeah.
point where, like, if you look at the one with Constantine, where Batman went and found Constantine because they had to deal with some spirits, and Batman told him, "I don't believe in this mess, but I know you deal with this mess, so I need you to get involved." And he beat him up practically because he was a drunk. He's like, "You need to sober up because we got work to do."
Right.
Marvel won't do that with their cartoons. That's why I said if DC DC would just wake up and realize we ain't got to compete with you with human bodies. We will just make all of our movies comic book related, animated. We will run you over, and you guys will be chasing us.
Well, of course. I mean, if you look on, if you go, if,
I think so.
I'm gonna say this, and because we only got a little time left. I believe Marvel is too political to do.
You
something.
gotta be. Well,
Yeah.
look what the time we're in.
Yeah.
I mean-
they're worried about the political standpoint on everything instead of just being raw.
Everybody
Yeah.
is. I mean, you ain't gonna say nothing on here that's gonna put you on there.
I did. Y'all told them.
Yeah.
Remember, I said Sam Jackson. Y'all went on. Hey, we don't believe that. Yeah, y'all we threw me under the
First off,
bus.
stop yelling in my ear.
Second, you all threw me under the bus.
Did anybody on media come after you?
No, come on. we did
Okay,
that.
so that's what I'm saying. It's,
Okay.
we're not gonna say anything on here that's going to offend anyone. And I understand, huh?
you did.
Yeah, you did. Actually.
What did I say? Did somebody post something and said I
No,
said
no
that
one
offended?
posted anything. But we were sitting up here talking.
If
and
I
was like,
offend anybody in America,
I was
then
like-
please let me know.
Now, if
Because
you
I'll
find out you
probably
did-
do it again.
Thank you. I'm about to say, are you really going to apologize? Thank you. You're not.
Don't go and look back. Don't go and look at. Don't go look at.
Yeah, you're not going to apologize.
So
So anyway.
all I'm saying, people out there, all I'm saying is basically, I mean, cats like myself who grew up reading comic books, we really want to see the real deal. Now, I understand that you have a boss and you want to write the script and you want to write the storyline.
And we're done. Thanks
And
for
we're
playing. And we're done. Thanks for playing, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to pick up your prize on the way out the door.
Okay, well,
Look, the bottom line, they're excited about Spider-Man season 2. I'm not.
Nah.
Well, is anyone shocked? Thank you. Is anyone shocked? You guys out there, are you surprised he's not happy
You're
about
going
it?
to hear this a lot on this show.
Yes, exactly. This guy is going to be your guy.
You're gonna
If
hear
you're
that
going
a
to
lot.
be straightforward and say, I don't like it, this is the I don't like it corner.
Right.
I'm healed.
So with that being said, let us not forget, we are done. We're glad to be back. Everybody's healthy. Weather's behind us. We'll be back next week, definitely. Don't forget the up and coming movie. It's a series, Daredevil is coming out. Those of you guys who are huge Daredevil fans, for those who don't know, now would be a time to watch. You may have to do a lot of catching up or looking or,
You know, it starts March 6th on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So,
Google if you don't know him, find out his history, enjoy the series. We'll be talking about him as well.
There's a lot of shows out there that we touch bases on, but we're getting ready for the big blockbuster summer movies coming up. And
blockbusters, but okay.
okay, Wet Sponges that's coming up. Okay, they're gonna come up and we're gonna like do the same thing, take them apart, talk about them, talk the writing, the acting, and all that jazz. So.
But we do need to hear from you. We thank you for taking time out watching this and giving, but we need your feedback. We want to know what you think, how you feel, how we're doing. If you don't disagree,
oh, trust me, we will get back with you.
Yeah, this
You
definitely.
put something on there, we will.
He's coming for you.
Well, no, we'll say your name and we'll tell you that you're wrong and you should shut up and don't ever respond again.
There you go. Like and
But
subscribe.
no, we will be back with you.
Like and subscribe.
We always know, guys. We know there's a lot of people out there who used to read comics just like we did.
You know you're doing this again, right?
Yes, I am. And I just want everybody
We
to know
just did this.
I know.
Okay.
But I want to appreciate everybody that tuning in. I want to say what's up. Thank you for tuning in, Chicago Finest. Thank you. Shouts out for you. Also,
Also, now we're doing specific cities too.
well,
Oh, was that somebody that chimed in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
It's like yes, homeboy mine. You know?
Homeboy yours.
Yeah. So-
Thank you.
So keep shouting out, and we'll be turning shout outs. And that's it for now. Let's do
Well, if that's the case, I want to give a shout out to Mike B and the boys.
He said Dirty Mike and the boys. No, definitely. We're going to give a shout out to the Eagles. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you for stopping the madness. Those of y'all who like to keep the Chiefs, you know it's the truth. It had to happen. You knew it had to happen that way. With that being said, thank you very much. We's out here.